I'm Julia Shevin, faculty at Springfield College in the Department of Physical Therapy. Need a good belly laugh? Thinking about trying science fiction but not sure you want to go down that path? I got a book for you. Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This book got me through high school. Mind you, I read it under the table in my French class, and I didn't think anybody saw me. And it came back to me about a year ago. My son was sitting at the dinner table, clearly not paying attention to the food. He was reading something under the table. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Need to understand the universe? This is the book for you.
Hello from Springfield College. My name is Mary Beth Cooper and I'm the 13th president of Springfield College. And I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity this summer to participate in the Great American Read. And my book is The Alchemist. And I had a great opportunity to reread this book. It's a part of my personal library. I read it probably 20 to 30 years ago, a long time ago. And at the time, I was very intrigued by just the journey of the gentleman as he went through so many different experiences. And at the time, it was very important for me as I was embarking on my own study of education, getting my master's degree, and that's when I first read it. So now, fast forward 20, 30 or so years later, I find myself reading it again, and it was more relevant today than it was 20 to 30 years ago. And I think you find with the classics, and this book is a classic, that you can reread them at different parts of your journey and they become more personal and more special. And so I vote for this book as the book that, for me, was the one that I was happy to choose, happy to read, and happy to share.
So the book that I chose was The Stand by Stephen King. I am a huge Stephen King fan. I've been reading his books since I was in middle school, probably scaring my middle school teachers by writing book reports on them. I have a whole shelf in my house that are all of his books. I own almost all of them, and I've read most of them quite a few times. But The Stand is my favorite of his novels. It's such an interesting, fascinating story about kind of what would happen in very kind of terrifying situations with the end of the world and talking about free will and how societies are created. But I think the best part of the book is his characters. There are dozens of characters in this book, and you get to see parts of the story from each of their perspectives. And they're so complex, they're so unique, they're not just stereotypes. The villains are funny and sometimes they're sympathetic. The heroes make mistakes, they're flawed, and that's what makes them feel more like real people that are thrown into these crazy situations rather than just a story about something terrible happening. So that's why I think you should vote for The Stand for the Great American Read.